Hans Duda had just gotten a bus, kind of an old school bus, but it was the first bus in the movement, the first Sankirtan bus. And he was talking about having this world Sankirtan party and travel all over. And, everyone was excited about that. And he was telling Prabhupada about it. And, so Prabhupada said, when Prabhupada would go on the morning walk, Prabhupada said, one morning he called Hansa Duda and said, "Let us go for a ride in your bus." And Hansa Duda was, "Oh yes," he was all excited. And but then when we went out to the bus, we realized Hansa Duda, they had taken all the seats out of the bus. It was just this floor. He hadn't yet done anything with it. And Prabhupada couldn't sit like that, but there was no seat. So I got some chair from the temple, some kind of a chair. So what I did is I had to hold this chair down there was no way of attaching it to the floor. I had to hold it on the floor, and Prabhupada sat in the chair. And all the devotees piled into the bus. Everyone was very excited. And where we're going to go, a ride with Prabhupada. So, and then Prabhupada started giving directions. I think Brahmananda was driving, and Prabhupada was giving directions. Turn here, go on this road. And he was driving, and Prabhupada said, "All right, now turn here." And in this way, Prabhupada was giving all these directions. And everyone said, "Where are we going?" Nobody knew. No one was bold enough to ask Prabhupada where we're going, but Prabhupada knew where he was going. And we're going throughout Boston, and Prabhupada's giving directions. Devotees are all chanting under beads. And we go to the downtown area, and finally we come to the waterfront, the dock area, and boom, there we are, Commonwealth Pier. And actually, no devotees had ever been there or even seen it. Prabhupada didn't tell us so many details about Islam. He was always talking about Krishna. So, and even when we got there, we didn't really fully realize where we were, but this was actually the place where Prabhupada had first entered America. And so anyway, Prabhupada started walking, and we were all clustered around him. The devotees are walking on this big pier, and these big roads, and there's kind of all these warehouses are there, and factories and so on, and we're walking amidst all these big buildings, and Prabhupada was preaching, and as he always did on his morning walk, and then he was talking about pure devotional service, very important, pure devotional service. And of course, the word unalloyed, Prabhupada would always use this word, unalloyed. And it's kind of an exotic, this unalloyed devotional service. Because unalloyed, of course, unalloyed means alloy, it means a metal where you have alloys. An alloy is metal made up of many different kinds of metals. And Prabhupada was always saying unalloyed. So that meant without many metals, just one metal. So, and Prabhupada was preaching, and he was talking about unalloyed devotional service to Krishna, and Lord Chaitanya, and so on. And then at a certain point, Prabhupada was talking about this unalloyed, and he took his cane And he said, yes, unalloyed devotional service. And he pointed with his cane, and we all followed the cane. And there was this huge sign on this warehouse. It must have been, like 100 feet long, a big, huge thing, the whole building. And it was Unalloyed Steel Company. And we all looked and said, yes, unalloyed. And Prabhupada was using this word, unalloyed. I mean, that was probably one of the first sites he had. And Prabhupada used that in his preaching. And then he took us there and showed us, unalloyed devotional service. Very simple instruction, but he used it, he made it so graphic. Just like a teacher would use on a blackboard and write the word, and take the pointer and show. We were like that. Prabhupada used to call us his students. We were like these young students, and Prabhupada is showing us.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,